Al Lamberti is a native son from Deerfield Beach. He was a police chief here. He was a police officer here. He's been a police officer his entire life. I've grown to know him through the good deeds that he does. He's a very innovative guy, and when we're looking at, let's say, business models, we always look at people who are innovative. How are you taking information that's coming in, and what kind of policy are you putting out, and how does that actually transcend into all of our lives? Without any further ado, I introduce to you Sheriff Al Lamberti.
And I was in the middle of eating when he called me up. So. Well, good morning to everyone. I just wanted to cover a few quick things for you. Obviously, LinkedIn group and your business folks, some of the things that are going on. People always asking me, Al, how's crime doing? Is crime up? Is it down? What can we do? What's going on out there? So I want to give you a briefing on that. But the first thing I want to do is touch base with that about a program that we have. It's called Cybervisor. LinkedIn obviously is social media connected, and that's all how we stay in touch now, whether it's email, Twitter, Facebook, text messaging. That's part of our lives. We're never going to change that. You can't uninvent technology, although there's a lot of criminal activity that occurs with social media. It is here to stay. We're not going to change that. When I got here, we were talking about TJ and Avis. We were talking about Crime Watch. But Crime Watch still should be a big part of what we do every day to keep our community safe. Well, a lot of agencies were using Twitter, and Twitter is not a secure system. So we came up with Cybervisor. Cybervisor is our version of Twitter. We put out messages all day long. It is a secure system. Nobody can get into it. But when I talk about Crime Watch, this is Crime Watch on steroids. Okay? Because when you have a Crime Watch meeting, it's maybe once a month. And you may get 30, 40, 50 people. But what happens during that month until the next meeting? It's hard to put information out. People started using Twitter. Again, we've taken one step further, Cybervisor. If you do one thing today, it would be subscribe and sign up for Cybervisor. If you don't do anything else, you can ignore everything else I'm going to tell you for the next 10 minutes, but don't ignore this. And most people do. It's an opt-in. You subscribe for it. These cards are at the table on the way out. If you're inclined, pick one up there. Is anybody here on Cybervisor already? Okay, a couple of people, 4 people. There's no reason why by the next meeting everybody should be signed up for this. It doesn't matter where you live in the county. You go to sheriff.org, it's on the card, but I'll tell you. Sheriff.org, you look for this button, you click on it, and you enroll. First thing it's going to ask you for is your cell phone number. Then it's going to ask who's your carrier. And you can also put email in there if you're using a BlackBerry or you want emails to your desktop or your laptop or your iPad. So you can have the option. You can get text messages by phone. You can do email if you want it any other way. That's going to ask you what city do you want to enroll for. It'll click on all the cities. You can check the boxes. So if you live in Fort Lauderdale and you work in Deerfield, you want to pick those two. If you live in Parkland and you work in Pompano, you may want to pick those two. If you're real adventurous, like Frank, you can pick the whole county. Okay? But if you pick the whole county, please don't call me at 3 o'clock in the morning and say, Al, make this thing stop. Because if you pick the whole county, you'll get everything going on in the county. As an example, this morning, we had a shutdown US 27. About 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock, there was 2 tractor trailers collided, one trying to pass the other. When they go in that fast, they were all over the place. We had to shut down both lanes. So we put out a Cybervisor message, stay off US 27. We've had so much success with this. We have about 10,000 people that are registered on this, that have subscribed to it. I'll give you another perfect example. Had the same thing, an overturned tanker truck, 595, the entrance to the airport. We put out a cybervisor alert. If you're going to the airport, don't use 595. Use Griffin. I had several people that I ran into the week after that. Well, thank you for doing that, because if it wasn't for you, I would have missed my flight. And I took Griffin and I didn't use the 595 entrance because it was shut down totally. All those kind of alerts go out. We put out things all day long. We put out about our shred-a-thons, which we'll talk about identity theft real quick. You should be shredding. If you're not shredding, you need to. Prescription drug fraud, big problem. We buy back your unused prescription drugs. We put that out on Cybervisor. We're doing one this Saturday morning, 9 to 12. If you're not playing golf, if you're not playing golf and you're board, we'll be at the Parkland office, shredding, buying back your prescription drugs. We put that out on Cybervisor. But crime alerts go out there. Special events that are going on. Golf tournaments, things that are going on in the community that we're involved with. But crime alerts is the big one. As an example, this is always a good one. Helicopters flying over your neighborhood. I get more calls out. 3 o'clock this morning, the helicopter was circling my neighborhood with the spotlight on. It was there for like a half an hour. Were you looking for somebody? Yeah, pretty much.
I'm thinking of the helicopters over your house.
Pretty much, we're looking for somebody. So we'll put that out and stay inside. Don't go out. The canine dogs are loose in your neighborhood. Here's what we're looking for. 2 guys in red sweatshirts. Green pickup truck. We'll put that out so you know you can be on the lookout. It's instant communication. If you had to wait for a crime watch meeting, you'd never hear the information. So it's just so important to do it. The best example I can give you, most recently, right here in Deerfield Beach. The entire county was getting hit with air conditioning thefts. You may have seen them on the news periodically. Churches. These guys focus on churches. But the other big thing they're focusing on is foreclosed houses. In a foreclosed house, nobody's coming home. The bank's not going there for months. They pull up in a pickup truck. It says Frank's Air Conditioning Service. They pull up to the side of the house. They cut the lines. In about 10 minutes, they got the air conditioning unit. Back of the pickup truck, it's gone. People say, why do they do that? Well, a lot of money in it. Copper, aluminum. A used air conditioner at one of these metal recyclers, they can get $500 for one. Or they've been shipping them out of the country to South America, to the islands. They take them to Port Everglades, put them on a freighter, they're gone. And the foreclosed houses they're targeting. So they're looking for houses in foreclosure. We didn't know what to do. Every single city in Broward County was getting hit. We put it out on Cybervisor. We knew we were looking for a green pickup truck. We knew we were going for 4 guys because some people had surveillance cameras in the neighborhood on their house. So we were able to piece together a whole bunch of videotapes. And we figured out that's what we're doing. So we put it on Cybervisor. Within 2 days, and we say, keep an eye on foreclosed houses in your neighborhood. If you see something suspicious at a foreclosed house, call us. Within 2 days, guy in Deerfield, good morning, 2 guys, a guy called, within 2 days, a guy called and says, hey, I think these guys are in my neighborhood, 2 houses down. Sent deputies to the neighborhood, surrounded the neighborhood, sure enough, caught him in the act of stealing this air conditioner. That would never have happened without Cybervisor. So it works, it's proven it works, it is so important that hopefully next month everybody here will be signed up. Take one of these cards, or you can just go to sheriff.org, look for Cybervisor, and they'll tell you exactly how to sign up. Okay, any questions on that?